Have you ever stopped to question your perception of reality? Picture this, you're on a Zoom call admiring an elaborate backdrop of marble floors and a spiral staircase. Astonishing, isn't it? But what if it's merely a backdrop, a fabricated scene that's not their true reality? This, my friends, is what I call the carnal reality. It's the reality that our physical senses perceive and judge. Yet, we're called to live from an eternal reality, a reality that goes beyond what meets the eye. Picture a world where you must first believe in its existence before you can perceive it. Imagine a reality where faith is not just a virtue, but a necessity. And so, we find ourselves living in two realms, the seen and the unseen. The question is, which realm do you live from? The realm in which you live from becomes your reality. How do you live from the unseen? It is done intentionally. You see, our lives are conducted in both the seen and unseen realms. The question is not whether these realms exist, but rather which realm do you choose to live from? To understand this, let's delve into the original Greek meanings of unseen and believe. The Greek word for unseen, adelos, implies something that is unclear, indistinct, or not immediately obvious. Importantly, it doesn't suggest that the unseen doesn't exist, rather, it's there, just not physically evident. Now, let's consider a believe, or pistou in Greek. This word is derived from faith and persuade, essentially meaning to affirm, have confidence, or be persuaded. So when Scripture asks us to believe, it's not asking us to conjure something from nothing. It's urging us to have faith in what already exists in the unseen realm. Consider the words of 2 Corinthians 5:7, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." This isn't a call to blind faith, but a reminder that we must choose to function from the unseen, not the seen. Remember the story from 2 Kings 6:16-17? The horses and chariots were already there, just in the unseen. They weren't immediately obvious, they were unrecognized. Why? Because the observer was focused on the seen, not the unseen. Scripture is not asking that you believe to make something appear that isn't there. It's telling you that you can believe because it is there. You must choose to function from the unseen and not the seen. Imagine a world of invisible forces just beyond the reach of our physical senses, yet as real and significant as the world we touch and see. This unseen realm contains truths that are eternal, not subject to the whims of time and change. Consider the story told in the second book of Kings. Elisha's servant was terrified, seeing an army surrounding them. Elisha, however, was calm and unafraid. Why? Because he was living from the unseen. He asked God to open the servant's eyes, and suddenly the servant saw a mountain full of horses and chariots of fire. They were always there, unseen, but as real as the physical army. This story isn't just an ancient tale, it's an invitation to each of us, an invitation to choose to function from the unseen, to focus not just on the visible world around us, but to recognize the unseen forces at work. The seen reality, like the physical army surrounding Elisha and his servant, is temporal. It can and will change. The unseen, however, is eternal. Choosing the unseen does not mean ignoring the world around us. It means acknowledging that there is more than what meets the eye. It means having faith in the unseen realities that shape our lives. Remember, that complicated scene that is playing out before your eyes is temporal and is going to change. So, be fully persuaded and just keep looking.